Dude, what the hell is this day of herping? I see this huge snake just coming down the path towards me. Look at this. Do you know what that is? Oh, stay away. It does not get much better than this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to your regularly scheduled programming. We're back with a proper herping vlog, but let me fill you in on the backstory. So after the Explore Herpetology expedition to Nan, we're not going home for once. Cass, Harry and I are going to carry on and do a road trip across the north of Thailand. But it's more or less going to be 10 days of exploring some of the most remote, coolest, I mean, just look at this in the background. This is our first location in Northern Nan province and it looks incredible. We're not going to waste any time. They're setting up our tent, so let's get out into the field. Holy crap, guys. First snake of our trip. Look. Look at this. Do you know what that is? This is a juvenile king cobra. Juvenile northern form king cobra. And I have never seen a juvenile king in the wild before in my entire life. Oh, so I'm so sweaty. We were just hiking up this hill. But look at that. Pass the camera to me. Like the radiated racer, these will actually definitely like come towards you once they get, like when we first found it, it was just trying to flee. And now it's like spotted me and it wants to have me. It's like chasing me away, you know? It doesn't intend on actually hunting me down and biting, same as the radiated rat snakes do, but it just wants me to go away. You see, once it gets close to me, it stops, but as I keep backing away, it keeps getting closer and closer. Look at that. It's like so full of attitude, just like an adult. Like, now anyone who's been to Asia, Southeast Asia in general, will understand that king cobras are so rare to encounter in the wild. I set myself a target of finding 3 this year, and this is only my second, and we're in, what is it, October now? Yeah. And I got here in late January, so considering I spent most of the year herping for like weeks at a time, every month, and this is only my second, and that puts in perspective how rare one of these are. But these northern ones, man, they are just stunning. So much yellow on them. There we go. You can have a proper look now. Not just the yellow throat, but the yellow banding. I don't know what to say. I'm out of breath because these snakes are always giving you a run around, let alone the adrenaline when I first saw it. But check that out. I've always wanted to see a juvenile king cobra. Some will say that these are like the holy grail of Southeast Asian herping. For us, you know, we're always chasing down very rare, very, very rare species that have hardly ever been photographed, let alone filmed. But for your like average snake fan and someone who just wants to see an amazing animal, juvenile king cobra has everything. And like many snakes are more common in their juvenile form often, but king cobras are certainly not one of those. I've seen a few king cobras in my life, and until now they were all adults, but the juveniles, like, they change so much. And I just want to, someone distracts it for a second. Okay, so I've decided to pick up handling again just so I can talk a bit more about the snake. Like, whenever I find these on my channel, it's always like talking about the experience, what it's like finding it. But I'll just mention a couple of things about these juvenile king cobras. Well, firstly, there's actually not that much known about them. Some people speculate that they spend a lot of time in the trees. I'm kind of dubious of that, but they're certainly very low detectability. They like to keep under the radar, and they probably cruise around eating any small snake they can fit in their mouth. But here, you can get a look at that cool marking on the back of its neck. That iconic chevron. I mean, when I saw this in the road, it wasn't even like a matter of, well, when I first saw it, I was like, snake. And then I saw those bands and I was like, holy crap. This year, I've already seen 2 juvenile king cobras freshly killed on the road. But this time, luck was on my side. And I get to be face to face with this incredible animal for the first time. Well, now you're face to face. It won't move off the hook. You can come close.
That's as close as I'm getting.
Okay, well, I think we've spent enough time. Maybe I'll film a couple more shots once we've got it calmed down, and I'll probably just overlay that over what I've been talking. But yeah, what a start to our trip. It does not get much better than this. After this insane encounter, our tent was set up and the sun was setting. So we quickly grabbed some food and got ready to hit the forest again. First port of call is going to be going up this limestone karst formation, ideally ending at a cave. That's what the sign suggests, and that's what we want to check out. No idea what we could find in this area, but I'm excited to spend tonight checking it out after that amazing start to the day. Dude, what the hell is this day of herping? A few meters up the track, I see this huge snake just coming down the path towards me. And look, it's a huge monocled cobra. And it's like totally different to any I've seen before. Almost completely black in coloration from head to tail. It's nighttime, and sometimes these cobras at night can be a bit confused. This one seems relatively docile as it is, but oh, I don't really want to take any chances. I just saw this huge snake moving at fast speed, like across the track, but kind of diagonally towards me. And I was thinking, geez, it's another king cobra. And then I took a closer look at the head and I saw that it doesn't have, here, let me hold it by the tail. It doesn't have the, take a look at the head. It doesn't have the huge head scales that a king had. Then I realized, oh my God, it's a giant monocled cobra, which means so far today, we have found a juvenile king cobra, which is a first for me, and a black morph, what we call the Northern Mountain monocled cobra, or at least that's what I assume this is. It doesn't have any hood pattern, as I'm sure you've seen, which is
tiny remnant bit.
You think?
Yeah, but it's that you can just see.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. You're right. I mean, the northern ones, they actually do start with a monocle, the juveniles, and then they lose the monocle and become completely dark as they age. So that would make sense what we're looking at here. We call it the mountain morph, but we're not really in the mountains here. We're maybe only at... Oh, I inhaled a bug. Okay, so after the initial hype, I don't know how well some of that footage came out, so I'm just going to do some filming myself now and you can take a look at it. I mean, look at that. Very dark dorsum, and you come take a look at the head. It's so robust. Look at the size of this thing. Naja Calthea with that extremely glossy dorsum, that's very typical. And Harry's right, you can, I don't know, actually it's not really visible now. Try and make it hood up a bit more. Like, there's some slight remnant of what would have been a hood. And while southern ones keep their hood and remain mostly kind of chocolate brown in coloration, ones up here in these northern mountains of Nan stay very dark. And believe me, we were looking for this the whole trip. We've never photographed a northern mountain morph of these. They're very rare, or at least in the other location, they're very rare. I don't know about here. But you know how cobras are. We film so little. In fact, I don't think I've ever actually put a normal cobra on my channel. I've put king cobras, but cobras are so few and far between. And I just didn't happen to be filming on the night that we got one in eastern Thailand. We got a huge monocled cobra there, which had like bands on it and was brown. But fortunately, tonight, on the first night of proper vlog filming in northern Thailand, we get this monster of a cobra. It's not actually dark yet. It was about, when did we get this? Like 6:30ish maybe? Well, that's Cobra o'clock. That is one hell of a snake. Oh my God, guys, what the hell? Okay, didn't find anything at the cave. Walk was pretty tough there too. So we've come back to the campsite and we're walking up the area where we found the king cobra earlier. Gonna head up to a waterfall stream kind of thing. I'll be surprised if we don't find anything. So let's get to it. All right, next snake of the night came not too long after I filmed that last clip. You saw it just suck into a little ball there. Okay, here you guys can see, even though it's so overexposed in this particular background, with that red eye, it's a Goy's pit viper. Yep, same species that we are seeing all the way over on the west of northern Thailand, in Tak. This one's eye isn't that vibrant red, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of them are like this.
Yeah. Some people say these aren't true Goys if it's not like the vibrant red eye, like those ones you get in southern Tak province. I think Goys is definitely the best ID on this. There's a lot of green pit vipers in Thailand and a lot of them are very similar, but the ones in this Albolabris complex, you see they have this very like yellowish lower part of the head. You can see it was super overexposed there. And also their red on the tail is more in a stripe pattern, although we can't see that right now, but yep, nice to see this species. Wow guys, check this out. Turned off the video as we were letting that one go, and then parked right here. A little brown Ahatila prasina, little juvenile, tiny little brass, as I call them. Ahatila brassina, just brass. Cute little thing, even look at it sticking its little white tongue out. Don't know what the point of that is, but yeah, another snake tonight, and the first non-front fangs. Just seconds after the last one, just got this adult one, and for me, someone who spends most of his time herping in the south of Thailand, it's very odd to see an adult Bracina, which is this brown coloration, especially with that nice yellow side of the head as well there. But yeah, that's how they make them in other parts of the country. They come in silver, yellow, brown, all kinds of colorations. And you see this nice like digital pattern, as I call it, on the neck. I claim that I invented that description of this, but maybe someone else did and I picked it up through the grapevine. But I'm absolutely sure that oh, so yellow. Look at that. What a beautiful little snake. Let's put this one back and get moving. All right, guys, here's a familiar face. This is well, should be Acanthosaura leopardagaster again. I don't know which other ones are present up here. I thought these were only up in the higher mountains, but we're down here around like 750 meters, and this one's very nice. Got a lot of green on it, this particular individual. Not much of the kind of clown makeup that we saw in other ones, but nice banded tail, nice lizard overall. Might grab a quick picture of this one because it's looking pretty stellar. What a cool animal. All right, that's gonna do it for today. What's been an awesome day. I've got a bit of a headache coming on and I'm so tired after that Nan expedition. So gonna wrap things up early here, maybe around 11 p.m. I think it is now. That'll be the trend for the next few days. Not gonna be doing any crazy herping, just a bit here and there, but this has to be up there in one of the most insane days of herping ever for me. King Cobra and rare Northern black morph monocled cobra in one day. That is simply outrageous. Two species I guess everyone dreams of seeing. And I guess sometimes your luck pays off. Like, I've had a lot of bad luck. 3 dead kings in the last 3 trips I did. But this time, it was alive. And whoa! I said to the guys that they would be covered in moss when we come back. They sure are. There's an infestation.